Hey y'all, Johnny Mullet here with another update on the bus build. Johnny Mullet, aka the Mullet Man, aka Captain Awesome. That's a little shout out to my buddy Bolo Biggs there on his YouTube channel, The Highway Life. He's also building a bus. You might want to check it out. In the meantime, I got my stereo installed and I promised you guys a detailed walkthrough. So let's go on in and check it out. As you can see, I got a couple speakers in my power distribution box. As you all know, I had everything pre-wired before the construction began. So my stereo will turn on my stereo system. It's not a bad stereo at all. It plays USB auxiliary, and it also has a tuner to listen to the regular radio. But we don't want to play, copyrighted music. I went ahead and put a couple more outlets in, USB and 12 volt. That's my power strip for my 110 volt accessories, which is like a coffee pot. Like I said, there's not going to be a whole lot going on there. So, we will kill the stereo system. Now, I promised you guys a detailed walkthrough, so let's do it. The details, I wanted to show you like the woodwork this guy did. This is absolutely gorgeous. He did a beautiful job. Everything fits perfect. It looks nice. It's beautiful. This here's wood putty. I put wood putty on nails and screws, and I got to sand that to make it look nice. That's like, the bench. The fitment of the wood is absolutely perfect. No big gaps, no binding. Everything works perfect. All the cabinets were secured to the framing that I put on, so there's no problem there. He faced off every piece of wood, and he rounded the edges, made it look nice. He faced this off. It just looks absolutely beautiful. Every wall. Nice rounded corners. Beautiful fitment. No big gaps. Everything looks great. He did a good job cutting the wood to match the curve of the ceiling. Working in the bathroom, I went ahead and I removed the toilet and frame because we're going to paint the inside of the bathroom. Like I said, the detail that he put into everything. As you can see back here, everything fits perfect. The shower wall, it's not a very thick wall, but he faced it off, did a nice job. Everything is sealed. Everything is siliconed. This here hides the LED strips that are down along the entire length of the bus. Absolutely gorgeous. Same thing with the pantry wall. And, that's like the pantry. He built all this. Nothing's going to fall out, slide out. We even got a little spot for the trash can right there. Out of sight, out of mind. Very nice. Got a squeaky hinge too. The skylight. The skylight did not come with a trim piece, unlike the Fantastic Fan. So he built this balance piece, all with metal, pop rivets. It almost looks like factory. He did a beautiful job on that. He also did a beautiful job trimming off the floor. So it's not just, a floor laying down with gaps between. Even underneath the cupboards, he trimmed it all off. He did an absolutely beautiful job. You all knew it was coming. Story time, right? First, before we do some story time, I wanted to show you how this bus is not crowded. I see a lot of bus builds where they build their walls or their cabinets in accordance to the wheel wells, and it's very narrow. I did not want a narrow space. There is actually room for 2 people to pass in this hallway. So it's very open. It's very nice. And another problem, if you build your, hallway very narrow, in order to reach in your cabinets, you have to reach way back. With mine, I can reach everything. My old lady's short. She can reach everything, no problem. So I really, really like the room in here. I was worried about it being cramped and crowded, but it's not. It's actually perfect. Absolutely perfect. He did such a beautiful job in here. Like I said in the last video, I'm not ashamed that I paid somebody to do the construction work. And now it's story time. You knew it was coming, didn't you? It's like, oh no, not another story time. Anyway, I tried to record this video twice. This is my 3rd attempt, and hopefully it all goes well. The first time, some random guy just pulled in my driveway. He seen me working in the back door, and he's like, is this a school bus conversion? And I'm like, yeah. He said, can I look at it? I'm like, sure, so he could not believe it. He was absolutely amazed. I talked with this guy. I don't even know his name. I talked with him for about, 30 minutes or so. And he was really, really impressed. So I discarded that first video and decided, well, let's do another video. And I think I was like about halfway through. I think I was getting ready to do story time. And my neighbor, he's almost my next door neighbor. He's like 2 houses down. He comes down riding his bicycle. Said, I seen your door was open and I wanted to come down and look at the bus. And my wife is following you on Facebook and she's been telling me how beautiful it is and showing pictures. I had to see it. So I let him step up on the bus first. Go on in and check it out. He was blown away. Fist bumping, high-fiving, unbelievable. He was like totally blown away. I am too. I am so happy with this build. Excuse me. Coffee went down the wrong pipe there. And he's talking about, he's at retirement age. And the problem is, he's got 3 kids. He owns his house finally. He just paid his house off a few years ago. And he's, talking to the kids and so forth and his wife. And the kids don't even want his house. They says, no, we'll just sell it and split it 3 ways. So all of his hard work, all of his life, putting into that putting into his house, it's worthless. I mean, it's absolutely worthless. I see it so many times, and I don't want that to happen to me. I mean, granted, I don't own my own place, so that's a plus. I do own this house. This is a house on wheels. This is a house I can be proud of. And I wanted to build it like a house, not like an RV. I was even given an RV. A guy in Middlefield, Ohio says, come and get this RV out of my driveway. It don't run. It's falling apart. You can have it. So I went down and checked it out, and I'm like, well, I could use, the cabinets, the refrigerator, the stove. And after I got to looking at the stuff, it's like, no. I don't want, cheesy plastic cabinet doors and a tiny little stove. I want a house. So that's why I built it the way I did. This has house cabinets, house refrigerator, house stove. It's my house. And I love it. I got a 6-pack of beer last night after I got the stereo done, and I sat here for probably 2 hours or so, just, taking it all in. And I am so happy right now. I mean, we got a long way to go. This bus is nowhere near done. Like I said, the staining, the painting, all that stuff has to be done. There's more. I want to get some toolboxes mounted outside. I want to put a roof rack on the back, with a ladder. I want to put a rear cargo carrier and a hitch. So, a bus build is never really done. It's never finished. There's so many things that you can keep doing, and so many things, just to make it your own. So I really hope you enjoyed this update. I'm going to have to cut this. It looks like I have my other neighbor coming down the driveway really slowly. And yep, his turn signal's on. He's going to be stopping. So I'm going to cut this video short. I'll give you another update next week. And I was thinking about doing, like my favorite bus builds video, like this morning I did that, or at the beginning of the video I did that shout out for, the highway life. But there's probably 100, people I'm subscribed to who are building a bus or already have a bus finished. So, maybe I'll share that with you guys so you can go check out their channels too. So, anyway, before the interruption starts, I'm going to cut this off. I hope you guys enjoyed. We will see you next time. Thanks for watching.